lack of capacity is different from a lack of will. I talk a lot about the difference between defenses and deficits, that we have to understand the difference between defenses and deficits. This is something I learned from Dr. Stan Tatkin and his PACT model, psychobiological approach to couple therapy. A defense mechanism could be that the person has the capacity to do the thing, to show up with empathy, to hold the pain of their partner, to tell the truth, whatever it is. They've got the capacity to do it, but they're resistant. They don't want to. It feels too painful, whatever, right? That's a defense mechanism, and that is something that we're going to, if I see that happening when I'm working with a couple, I'm going to call it out, right? I'm going to say, why are you going into defensiveness right now? It seems like it is so painful for you to hear about her pain that the way you protect yourself is by withdrawing. How's that really getting you what you want and you need? So I'm going to just confront that in a really direct way. That's different than an issue of a deficit, which is to say a lack of capacity, where let's say someone experienced a lot of neglect growing up. Maybe they had all the food they needed and they always had clothes and they always had a roof over their head, but no one was mirroring them. No one was showing them empathy. No one was helping them regulate their own emotion. No one was helping them cultivate that understanding of their own internal emotional affective experience. Having that experience in our infancy and toddler years and childhood is what builds the capacity within us. And there are people out there, I see them every week in my office, they didn't have that experience, so they have a lack of capacity. That is very different than them not wanting to or just being resistant. That's very different than them choosing to isolate if they just go into collapse or overwhelm. And so that needs to be treated differently. Now, rather than that confrontation, even if it's gentle confrontation, rather than that, what I'm going to go to is I'm going to try to help them build their capacity. I'm going to try to help them expand that. And that doesn't happen overnight. It takes some time. But I'm going to try to install within them some new paradigms and some new ways of thinking and patterns of believing, and that lead them to these experiences that expand that capacity to tolerate the pain or the anger or the shame or whatever it is, and stay present and stay online, stay relational, right? They're two very different things.